Everybody, welcome back to Javier in the Air. So for those of you who have just started watching me, welcome. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that have seen me before throughout all these years, welcome back. So gonna be a good one today. I am very refreshed. I had a week of vacation where I did nothing but work around the house and stuff, and a lot of added reviews for coffee that will be shown throughout the next 5 to 6 episodes. That's right, that many. So let's go ahead and get started, and we're going to go ahead and start with our normal Trash in the Hood. Dark Frog Social Media presents Trash in the Hood, weeks 193 and 194. Hey everybody, so this is week 193, day 4. For those of you who don't know, I walk around the neighborhood and pick up trash. And so this was just straight out El Salito Parkway. Day 4 meaning Thursday, and week 193 is the amount of weeks that I've been doing this. So this was just straight out and back. And so found some good stuff here. Of course, Lucky Strikes. I hadn't seen this one before. These were filtered, so this was crazy. Some cigarette butts, and of course the normal amount of trash. Now, since this was day 4, I get a lot of food wrappers and a lot of soda bottles and beer bottles and lots of receipts and condiment packages and candy wrappers and only one little mini liquor bottle. So this must have been a light week for everybody, week 193. So but the usual. And now here's week 193, day 6. So I only got 2 days in this week, but you'll see the next week I got a lot. So this was out down El Salito the other way. I made it all the way down about 1.41 miles and then just turned around on back. So it was just a matter of time. So this, I did find a lot of things. I found a chancla, or a sandal, depending on how you look at it, tennis ball, some liquor bottles, lots of receipts, a sanding disc, lots of vape boxes, not a lot of vapes, but a lot of vape boxes, a lot of candy wrappers because it was near the Walgreens, and then some gloves and stuff, and then the usual amount of cigarette butts, which is about, I think this one here was probably about 60 because I did go over 620, and 620 always has a ton of cigarette butts no matter how many times I pick up that same area, tons and tons. So this is week 194, day 1, going into the week I was talking about. I did a lot walking this week. So this is 1.86 miles. I did a little craziness around here up to Hatch all the way up to and over and so on. And so then on this one, I found that pink ring, whatever that thing is. It's not a hemorrhoid ring. It's just some hard piece of plastic. Lots of candy wrappers and bottles of hard cider and stuff like that. And then there's a Marlboro box there of cigarettes, the normal cigarette butts. I think this was only about 20 or so. Margarita salt, which is right next to that cigarette box. And then a lot of beverages. And then also on that route, I tend to find a lot of flossers. If you don't know what flossers are, look them up. But it's weird that I guess somebody's doing it on the way to work. So this is 194, day 2. So went out the very next day, and I went up to 620 and then down Hatch, and then to the right a little bit of Hatch because I found some trash. And whenever I found trash on a side street, I have a tendency to go down it. So this was interesting. I got a gallon of jug of something. I don't know. It was right in the middle of the road. Some HEB receipts or coupons. Lots of plastic bags this day. Not only big bags, but small little Ziploc bags, and then poo bags that were empty. There's a pair of sunglasses, a lot of candy wrappers, a lot of crushed cans because it was out on 620 and on Hatch, and they're both very high trafficked roads. And then this time I got, I think, 60 or 70 cigarette butts as well. So it's getting crazy out there. I guess smoking is popular again. So this is week 194, day 4. So this was 1.89 miles. I went out the house and down to Birch and across, and then I crossed Hatch, and there was the pond. I went down, then a side street. And this, it was raining, it was drizzling when I got out there, but by the time I wanted to sort, it was absolutely torrential downpour. So I went ahead and just did it on top of my recycled bin. And as you see there, so there was some a towel and some vape boxes and tissues and beverage containers. Not as much in the way of big trash because of the rain was sweeping most of it away down into the drainage. But I did find a pair of scissors, 2 dominoes, and then about 20 cigarette butts, and then a couple of mini liquor, a lipstick, and then a vape pen. So this was day 6, so this was just yesterday, early morning. Went out, and as you see those little side digs, I kept finding trash on the side road, so I kept going, and that got me up to a nice 2.5 right on the dot from my garage to back to my garage. So this had some interesting stuff in it. So as you see there, there's a giant vape box. I didn't know those vape ones came in a box like that. It was a nice box. One of those slender vape pens, and then next to that is actually a test to see whether someone is with child or not. Let's put it that way. But it was negative, so whoever that was, good or bad luck for you, depending on how you take it. Only about 12 or 13 cigarette butts, so that was really nice. And then some beverage cans, containers, empty poo bags. Underneath everything is a box, a shipping box that was just soaked because it was still kind of raining on and off during that time as well. So there you have it. All right, there you have it. So still trying to keep myself under 30 minutes. But those are some good routes, and those were some fantastic pictures of the trash and cigarette butts that I pick up. Now people have been asking me, how many cigarette butts do you have? And I will have an average for you this year. I have done something different than I normally do. There you go. Don't have to say it twice. And so we'll see how that turns out. But if people are interested in walking with myself and my normal walking partner who was out this week, that is the Takashitas, then they can reach out to me, and I'll let you know when I'm going, and maybe you can meet up with us. It's probably easier to find us on Saturdays. You can we try to walk different places. Sometimes I'll go to the downtown Cedar Park, and sometimes I'll stay around here. So many routes around here are just loaded with trash. Now the downtown Cedar Park one I normally do is up and down Main Street, and then partially up Discovery all the way till it hits Whitestone. And so that normally is a very high traffic area for both, which means it's going to be a high trash area for both streets. And so we can do that. So also looking to branch out. So if you're interested in joining me, we can do a tit for tat, or quid pro quo, where you come to my hood and we walk, and then I'll go to your hood and we'll walk, and we can plan that out on one day, or over one day for the 2 days that we would do it. If you're in my hood and you'd like to join me, just reach out. If you know how to get a hold of me, you know how. If not, you can reach out to me on this show as well, on YouTube and or Spotify. So if you want to do that, just let me know, and we'll schedule a time that we can go out together, and so that'll be great. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is another regular one, our Zen Moment. So I may or may not do something AI. We'll see. I'm getting more into that, so maybe I can start describing it better so that I can get better images, or videos made from images. If not, then maybe I'll just stick to something that I have already. So we'll see how that goes, and I'll let you know. But here is your Zen Moment. I spot the hills with yellow balls in autumn. I light the prairie cornfields, orange and tawny gold clusters, and I am called pumpkins. On the last of October, when dusk is fallen, children join hands and circle around me, singing ghost songs and love to the harvest moon. I am a jack-o'-lantern with terrible teeth, and the children know I am fooling. I am the stalks of corn that one sees around, back and forth, up and down. The fields continue to give up their fruit. It is time for the harvest. Okay, there you have it. So we're moving along quite well. In fact, let's take a little break here to advertise myself. So for those of you who may or may not know, my name is Javier Ayala. This is my little corner of the internet. This is my show, Javier In the Air. Not on the air, because that's something different, but in the air. I've been doing this for about 7 years now. This is season 7, episode 8. Currently, I do this every 2 weeks. A little bit less than 30 minutes per show, or about 30 minutes per show is what I do. I realize that my audience doesn't like more than seeing me for 30 minutes or less. If you're interested in being on the show, there's a couple of ways you can do it. First, reach out to me. Second of all, we can talk about what you're interested in seeing. For example, if you're something that you're passionate about and you'd like to be on the show and talk about it, then by all means, let's go ahead and do it. Remember, there are 2 things we don't talk about, and if you hit them, I'll let you know, and it'll be before the show, of course. But if something you're passionate about, then let me know, and I'd love to get you on the show. Also, if you are a local business and like to get on the show as well. Now, for the dictators out there, I am not sponsored by anybody at all. So I can do different things, and I can be on places where there's no sponsorships. You don't have to worry about it. Everything I use is royalty free or commercial free, and can be commercial based, so I can use it. Since I'm not getting paid for anything, I'm not really of a in that area that I would fall into, so that I couldn't use some of this stuff. But if you're interested in being on the show and you'd like to be a co-host, we can certainly work on that together as well. Always looking for somebody to join me, so I'm not just sitting here talking in a well. Also, if you have a mom and pop business like I was talking about, and you're interested and you'd like to have me come by and say hello and do a little quick interview about your business, your place of business, and how you got there, we can certainly do that. I am all up for that. If you are in the Austin Cedar Park area and surrounding areas, then I can definitely get to you. If not, then maybe we can just do a video conference meeting that we can then do it that way. Also, shout out to some of the groups that I've been going to, Cedar Park Food Group and Cedar Park Meetings and Mingle. That is just both of them are just groups. One that's for foodies, or one if you want to know where some of the stuff are. Again, these are free groups on Facebook. I'm not sponsored. The other one is about meeting up with people, getting to know more people in your community. I myself, through attrition and other things, have a very small group of friends now, and I'd like to grow that again, so I can have some of the parties that people still remember and talk about. So if you are interested in either of those groups, just go on Facebook and you can do a search for a Cedar Park Food Group or a Cedar Park Meetings and Mingle. So I'm also going to be looking for groups in Cedar Park Library, or starting one myself. If you are also interested in learning a variant of dominoes called Moon, or if you are interested in playing the American version of Mahjong and you are a novice or early beginner, then please reach out to me as well. Maybe we can set something up, and then we can have a little something on the show to talk about Mahjong. So there you have it. Let's go ahead and go to our last segment, and I might have something on top of that. But we are going to now go to our. Actually, no, it's not the last segment. We're going to go to our Jav-A Beans. Okay, so this was back in April 18th. I went out to Alamo Coffee. I've been there before, but I hadn't had them on the show, so I thought it was time to come back out there again and check it out. So this was just one of their signages. Try Nat's Choice of Drink, which is the Cowboy Cold Brew with Lavender Cold Foam. Now, I didn't try this, but it sounds pretty good, and from what I overheard of people who had one while I was there, it's very nice. And so if you like cold brew, then definitely, I'm not sure what makes it cowboy, but if you're interested in doing a cold brew, or interested in cold brew, I myself am a big proponent of lavender, so the lavender cold foam probably just topped it off really nice. So here's a picture of Alamo Coffee Company, some of the signages that are there, and some of the, I just wanted to show some of the stuff that's around, and so it's really cool. So I thought it was great, so I wanted to show it off a little bit. It was another, actually this was a very cold day. It wasn't rainy, but it was cold. It dropped all of a sudden, so all of a sudden there was a lot of people in there. For those of you who may be interested in Alamo Coffee, they are pet friendly, and so there were some dogs inside enjoying the warmth that we were also enjoying at that time. It was early in the morning. So this was a scone that they had. I believe it was a scone, blueberry. I thought it was chocolate. I thought I ordered chocolate, but no, it was blueberry. And it was really good. They heat it up for you, so if you are staying there, they will heat it up for you, as most places do now. And so it was heavy on the blueberries, heavy on the sweetness. Absolutely fantastic. Hit the right spot for me. So if you're out there, try some of their pastries. I know they also have like bagels with schmears and bagels with like eggs and sausage and stuff like that on it for breakfast. Never been there for lunch or dinner, but they do have some good pastries. And so there's the coffee. I ordered a Mayan mocha. So I'm assuming that they went with a Mayan style of chocolate, which would be higher in cacao and lower in sugar. So this was quite tasty. I wished I would have asked for it a little bit extra hot. I think it wasn't as hot as it could be. I'm normally not nitpicky or that finicky, but I do like it to start out hot and then cool down as I am working my way through it. Really good. The barista did a fantastic job on this, and I went ahead and gave this 3 beans. That's right, 3 beans out of 5 for Alamo Coffee's Mayan Mocha. Check it out for yourself. Hey, there we go. So if you know of a place around town, Austin, Cedar Park area, specifically northwest Austin, northeast Austin, and the Cedar Park area and surrounding areas, just let me know, coffee wise, because I'd love to go out there and got it. Now I got a list from the Cedar Park Food Group of probably about 15-16 places so far, and I know I've hit about 8 of them at least for sure, probably 10, with 2 of them not actually being on the show, but that I've been to before I started doing this segment. So that would be interesting. So now we're going to do the last section or segment, which is the very popular Spirit Times. So here we go. Dark Frog Social Media presents Spirit Time. This week, Cherry Chocolate Moscato. Okay, so here you have it, Spirit Time. Well, I know we missed last time because we ran out of time, but gonna get it in today. So this is a Cherry Chocolate Moscato. This is brought to you by Choco Loco. It's a dulce wine or dolce wine, which just means sweet wine. This is 6.5 ABV, so it's not very high at all. Pretty low actually for a Moscato. in my opinion, but that's all right. So I'm going to show you the bottle. So there you have it, in case you're looking for something along the lines that's pretty sweet. Now, Moscatos are mostly dessert wines, so you definitely don't want to have this before any meal, especially because it's cherry chocolate. So I know some people are very disgusted by the amount of mixtures of things with chocolate or just fruit themselves and wines and in beer and in other types of alcohol, and it's kind of getting overkill, which we can go on for hours and hours about it. But this is specifically a Moscato, so they've been doing this for quite some time, in my opinion. And so let's try it out and see. It's definitely, it's going to be exactly, I'm pretty sure it's going to be exactly like how it says, cherry and chocolate. Yep, definitely you can. I can't even smell the cherry right now. I can just smell the strong chocolate that's in here. So it's a nice cherry brown color. We'll see how it goes. First thing that hits you is still the overpowering smell of chocolate. So you might want to, after you pour it, let it air out a little bit. And I'm not using the right glass, but I don't think I have the right glass for Moscato or a dessert wine. So there you have that. So it's pretty strong on the cherry, though. Unfortunately, it's imitation cherry, and I don't think they're using real cherries in this. And Choco Loco, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but it tastes imitation. So it's not as great as it probably could be. It is heavy on the chocolate smell, but it's not as strong when you drink it. It's more of the cherry that you get. It is very light in ABV, so you don't have any alcohol taste at all. So if you have someone that's interested in learning alcohol for the first time or drinking alcohol for the first time that's over 21, then and they like sweet stuff, you might want to go with the Moscatos. I know various ladies that I've dated over the years who didn't drink much. I know their Moscato was something that they turned to and they wound up liking it. And for this, I would say it's perfectly for like a maybe a triple chocolate cake, maybe a Mexican chocolate cake. I don't think it would go well with cherry. I think the cherry taste from the Moscato itself would kill, because it's kind of imitation-y, would kill anything that would go with cherry. But it would go well with chocolate. So I could even see you add this to your hot chocolate. There's not a lot of sparkliness to it or anything like that, so you might be able to get away with that. But that's probably about it. So I'm going to go ahead and give this, and I'm trying not to be too mean, but I'm going to go ahead and give this 4 thumbs up. So Choco Loco, if you happen to see the show and you're interested in getting a hold of me, Javier In the Air, and you want to talk more about this, your Moscato or other lines that you may have, feel free to reach out to me, Javier In the Air. Thank you very much. Handle is hashtag Javier In the Air 01, and we can certainly get you on the show and we can talk about it. And maybe you'll change my mind, or maybe I'll change your mind. Who knows? It could be a wacky kind of day. All right, so there you have it. Choco Loco's Cherry Chocolate Moscato this week on Spirit Times. Okay, there you have it, everyone. Snaked it under 30 minutes as I've been trying to, so thanks for going along on this ride of Season 7, Episode 8 of Javier In the Air. If this is your first time watching it, I hope you enjoyed it. If you hated it, you definitely ain't going to come back. I hope you enjoyed it and would like to see more of the show. There are plenty in the archives, and if you just want to start from here and move forward, we can certainly do that. Not a problem at all. If you see anything or you want anything to be on the show in particular, just let me know. Same thing with any comments, suggestions, feedback, hate mail, snail mail, smoke signals, however you know how to get a hold of me. And I take any and all feedback, and I take it to heart, and I try to do my best to answer any and all emails and or questions on the comments on my show. So if you like what you saw, please subscribe. I'm also on Spotify. You can subscribe there as well. If you are interested in being on the show. Like I said, please let me know. If you would like to see more or something, just let me know. And I will do my best to get you on. I am on every 2 weeks. So if you saw something you liked and you thought it was funny and you'd like other people to know, shoot them the link. They don't have to watch the whole show. In fact, most of my subscribers do not. They turn to their favorite areas and they watch it. Hopefully one day maybe they'll like to watch the entire show. But we all do it, so I know, that's few and far between. So enjoy yourself. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And I will see everybody again in 2 weeks, where we also will talk about gardening. And I'm out.